Okay, let's move on to the midfielder. According to SofaScore, Allister, as they've got his name down, was a 7.3. SofaScore have him as Alexis Mac Allister as a 7.
7.4 for Mac Allister from FOTMob. And yeah, I think it's funny, isn't it? Because I rate big tackles and stuff much higher than a factual you made a tackle.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? When you go into a crunching 50-50 tackle like Mac Allister did over the course of the game, and I don't know how many, that you get good marks from me. You know what I mean? Not quite as high as you get from Tom Dutton, who loved the crunching tackle, but you get big marks.
6 total tackles from Alexis Mac Allister.
Love that. Because this is a smooth operator, isn't he? You know, on the ball, but he's got that needle in his game, and he was all over the place. And we know they changed the midfield around today, didn't they? Because Szoboszlai was basically playing over from the left-hand side a lot more. But so he's again changed his position and yet was still just as influential in terms of off the ball as ever.
Yeah, I really like Mac Allister's performance. I thought it was his best of the season. But it did again, like, it just sometimes you need those, I guess, the highlight reel moments. So I think his partner, who we'll come on to next, Gravenberch, I think had them, although based on the SofaScore rating, not enough to really propel him up. A 7.2 according to SofaScore is Ryan Gravenberch. A 7.6 from Who Scored?
7.8 from FOTMob. I'm liking FOTMob's ratings, by the way. Really good. I mean, again, it was the high press, wasn't it? But when it's the high press, you think about the forwards, but the midfielders are just as important, because the press comes and then the ball goes out quickly, and then it's the midfielders' jobs to jump on it. And that's what Gravenberch and Mac Allister and Szoboszlai were doing. So they wouldn't give anyone in the centre of the park, be it Casemiro, be it that Border Collie lad or whatever his name is, and you know the other two that play for Mainu was absolutely dog shit today. Carrying on with the dog references.
Honestly, I think Kobe Mainu is a terrific footballer, but he's a terrific young footballer. Yes, right. And the thing is, Gravenberch is a young footballer, but he's not that young. And I think they'll do this with Mainu eventually. They'll hang him out to dry because there's almost too much trust. Stop putting all of your hopes on teenagers. They would have been better keeping
Scott McTominay around and spelling him at times, because they're looking at now at a full almost 38 game season of Mainu starting every game, and as you say, young players, and you've said this for years, everyone knows it, young players are inconsistent. Yep. And they'll have a purple patch and they'll have a bad patch, and it's how you react in those moments. And you know, as a young fella coming in, he won't have enjoyed that game, and he won't have enjoyed it because, and we had this with Steven Gerrard against Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira at times, you know, the experienced ones can just do you on a day. And it's not until you become that experience where you start to sort of throw yourself in, and everyone understands that, my word, this is a bit different now. And that's what Gravenberch did to him today, to be honest with you, and the other two as well. It was just a sensational performance.
Yes, 4 interceptions from Ryan Gravenberch, won 6 of his 9 ground duels.
That's heavy, that, you know, 4 interceptions.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. Like,
yeah, and that's how you could see that in his game. And that's what I say about the standout moments, the amount of time he cut something out and then went on it. It wasn't just a neat and tidy, I've won it back, I'm going to knock it off to someone. It was, I'm going to get it and I'm going to drive forward 10-15 yards with the ball as well. So yeah, really, really impressive from Gravenberch there. So the third of the 3 guys in midfield.
Just to labour on Gravenberch a little bit here, mate. I mean, like, on the ball and stuff like that, he was just unbelievable, wasn't he? I mean, you think about it and you're going into Old Trafford, and we've all been thinking about how we're going to survive without Zubamendi or whoever else it could be. But right now, he's improving game upon game, isn't he, Gravenberch? And you're looking at it going, well, if you keep improving, where's your ceiling?
Yeah, 100%. It's mad. Like, Gini Wijnaldum and Thiago Alcantara would be perfect DMs in this Arne Slot Liverpool midfield, you know what I mean? And so, like, and the more I watch, the more I go, God, I've seen, because you're starting to get a sense of what he wants from it. And we won't truly know that until he actually does buy someone and we spend proper money on someone and he plays, and we might have this like eureka moment where it all makes sense. But right now I'm just looking at Gravenberch and going, it's probably that. It's probably that, because at the moment I don't see what else you bring into a midfield. He's cutting passes out like Fabinho and Henderson and Milner and all that would do for us. He's being physical in one-on-ones. He can take the ball in any kind of pressure and maintain it and not lose it. He's great at just popping it off to people to move us around it. He'll drive forward and take the ball up 20, 30 yards up the pitch as well whenever you need to. I think what we don't have still is someone who's going to maybe do that big track back and big slidey, but actually there was a couple of times when he was doing that as well, and got back and got important touches. So yeah, magnificent performance from Gravenberch. And it's mad that it might just be, you find this with statistical models and that sometimes. I don't know what it'd be interesting to see over the course of the season what an 8 or 9 out of 10 midfield performance looks like on these ratings. I suspect it probably needs a goal or an assist.
Yeah.
And Gravenberch therefore is probably never gonna, like smash numbers for this show. But he passed the eyeball test for me.
He passed the eyeball test. He was, Salah's up there for man of the match, Diaz is up there, but I don't think anyone was as influential throughout the 90 minutes as Ryan Gravenberch was today for us.
Yeah. Okay, Dom Szoboszlai, SofaScore score, got him as a 7.8. Who scored? I've got him as a 7.8.
8.5. To answer your question, how do you get a midfielder up into the 8s and the 9s? It looks like it's chances created. He created 3 chances and created 1 big chance. He also missed not taking a shot from 5 or 6 yards out, which won't be captured by this model at all.
Robbed himself of an assist.
In every attack in memory that Liverpool had, Dom Szoboszlai either had the ball running at Man United's defence or was next to the fella who was running at Manchester United's defence. He was just there time and time again, and he went for 90 minutes, didn't he? He just injected that sort of athleticism and dynamism into the midfield performance for me today. I really was astounded by him.
In answer to the question though, assist. That definitely gets, as we said, having that notch against you is going to get you that extra sort of juice when it comes to the ratings. But yeah, look, that was for me best Szoboszlai performance of the season. We said it at half time, it was his best performance, and I clarified it's definitely his best first half performance.
Well, I disagree with that, right? Because he was really good in the first half against Brentford, but I was the Annie Road end and you were the cop. And for me, he really tailed off in the second when we were really good, but he was miles away from me, and I bet you were thinking he was bossing the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, good to see Dom getting the numbers there.